Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Hardbody with another book review. This one is with my boy Joel Osteen, The Power of I Am. So, if you're not familiar with Joel Osteen, he has this show on Sundays. He's a pastor who, gives a good Christian message out there. And even if you're not particularly religious, his show and his words are very inspiring and very positive, right? That's what he preaches, to always think positive and, trust in the process of God. So, in this book, The Power of I Am, he says the words that precede that sentence, or those two words, I am, is what makes you who you are, right? Because a lot of people, they always say, oh, I am impatient, or I am an alcoholic, or I am this, I am that, I am no good, right? And basically, you're basically sealing your own fate, because if you think that way, then you're always gonna you're not gonna put in your best effort to change your ways, right? And then you'll get those results, and then you'll tell your friend like, "Oh, see, I told you I wasn't positive. I told you I wasn't a leader. I told you this. I told you that." But if you take it from a positive perspective and look at yourself in a different light, like I am Hardbody, in other words, right? I don't walk in the gym like, oh, I am soft. I'm never gonna lift heavy weights. I'm never gonna be ripped. Walk around the gym with bad body language, because of course I won't get ripped. And I call myself hard body. That's just like a inside joke I had with me and my friends, and I just kept going with it. But really, it's just a way I look at myself, right? When I go to the gym, I attack the weights. I don't walk around with bad body language. I throw 100-pound weights, 100-pound dumbbells on the floor, right? And people get out of your way. Just like in life, if you carry yourself a different way, those negative people and negative circumstances will get out the way and make way for you, right? So, in this book, he talks a lot about DNA, that we all have the DNA of God, or the DNA of the creator of the universe, and we could all make things happen. We all have certain talents, and he quotes David and Goliath, right? David was an underdog against Goliath, who was a giant, but he had that one talent of shooting a slingshot, right? So God gave him that one talent of aiming and shooting, and that one talent, you never know how far that's gonna take you. You might have a talent that you think nothing of it, but if you have faith in yourself and just trust in the process, that think positive, then and have faith in that talent. Eventually, David, he became King David, and it was all because he knew how to use a slingshot. So we all have talent. We all have greatness in us, but if we don't believe, then we won't achieve, right? It says the way you look at yourself is the way others will look at you, right? So how do you look at yourself? Do you look at yourself? Do you look at yourself as a leader, as someone who can achieve, or do you look at yourself as someone who, you know, is just going through life, you know? So, and it also talks about, you know, instead of praying for a miracle, be the miracle. In the final chapters, it talks about that story of the Good Samaritan, right? I forgot what happened to the guy, but the guy was injured, down and out. Priest passed him by, and was like, "Oh man, this guy, he's in a bad place. I'm gonna pray for him." The assistant priest also passed him by like an hour or two later, and was like, "Oh man, I hope I can help him." You know, I got things to do. I'll pray for him. And the Good Samaritan did not pass him by, took him, gave him shelter, helped him out. And the question is, which one are you? Because by helping others, that's when you receive your blessings and stuff. So you help others, it's like a boomerang. Those blessings will come right back at you, right? You can't have that mentality of, I don't have time to help others, or who has helped me. If you don't help others, then how the hell do you expect others to help you out, right? So it's all about helping others. The book is all about helping others, believing in yourself, carrying yourself a certain way, having that certain faith, right? That your time will come, right? Because even in the book, it says, I forgot what was the story about. I think it was the Israelites that, or the Hebrews. They had to free Hebrews every 7 years, and basically, he says that God has, he does do miracles, right? But he doesn't have arms or legs, and he uses people to make those miracles happen. But also, you have to be patient, just like those Hebrews who had to wait 7 years to be freed. You have to be patient that your 7th year will come, that promotion will come, that, whatever you're waiting for, your marriage, your good husband, a good wife will come. If you just be patient, trust in the process, and have, that unwavering faith. And, as far as being the miracle is concerned, you have to, not, like it says in the book, not pray for a miracle, be the miracle. Because we all have, whether that miracle is being there for somebody with words or actions or giving them a hug, that, words of encouragement and a hug, or just little things that could change somebody's life, right? So you can never take that for granted. And there was another story in there that it was this home. Oh, look at that bicep. Oh, there was this guy who lived very poor his whole life, right? And he lived in a, crappy 1-bedroom apartment, and he lived poor his whole life. He died poor, and in this apartment he had this painting that was, it was painted by a very famous painter, and the person who found that painting sold it for millions, right, and made millions. And this whole time, he lived poor his whole life, and he had a painting in his apartment that was worth millions. So in that same way, it's like we need to not wait for a miracle. We need to make shit happen, right? Don't waste any opportunities. Like that painting, he could have sold it, lived a richer and healthier life, right? But he, thought of himself as poor, did not want to better himself, because if he would have tried to better himself, he would have looked around, his environment, thought, oh, what can I sell? What can I do to help my situation? And not walked around defeated. So that's really what, it's more of a self-help book, but it's a very encouraging, a lot of little stories like that changes your perspective on life and how you carry yourself, right? So, it's just a great book to have. The Power of I Am, Joel Osteen. If you don't listen to him Sunday mornings, check him out. It's a preacher, a pastor, but he's very funny, and he has a lot of anecdotes that makes the show good. So I recommend that book, Hardbody's book review. Check it out. I'm out.